Alright, well, here begins part 2 of the Megasquirt conversion on this C10. As you can see, we're in the new shop. For those that didn't know, we moved from Nampa, Idaho to Emmett, Idaho into a space that's about 3 times as large as what we were in before. So, it's been a huge benefit. It's kind of nice. It can fit probably 30 cars in here. It's awesome. I've already started disassembling, pulling vacuum lines, and getting rid of all this carbureted crap. It's too warm to drain the coolant out of. Actually, it's not warm at all. I just need a bucket to drain it into. As soon as that coolant is out, I'll pull up the manifold after removing the distributor there. Pull up the manifold and test fit the TBI manifold and see where we go from there. Alright, so as you can see, I got the quadrajet pulled off finally. That old beast right there. Still got fuel in it. I'm surprised it's not dribbling on the floor. As you saw in the last video, the air cleaner that was on this fits the TBI unit. So instead of adapting the TBI to this weigh-in, which may not work all that great to begin with, I didn't want to risk it. We can always go back and give it a try later, but I didn't want to try and trust a little thin adapter plate with screws. So I'm sure you can understand my apprehension. These do have a crossover port right there, goes down to here. There, it almost looks like it was blown in there after the fact, like from a backfire or something, but I'm not sure what's going on with that. I did set the TBI manifold in there. Had to pull the valve cover off to get the intake out, just so I don't fuck it up. I'm gonna have to bleep that. Air cleaner right there. Here's the old school Edelbrock air cleaner. There's the TBI unit. As you can see, pull this wing nut off here. It's a long wing nut. I've already modified the stem to allow the screw to go down further. As you'll see on my Instagram, actually. But this does fit, and it hides everything almost perfectly. Hit the power button accidentally. Oops. As you'll see on my Instagram, which I'll put in the description below, the air cleaner hides everything perfectly, almost, with the exception of the thermostat location here. I need to use this water passage for the heater core, that guy there. So I need to add another one, probably on the back, for the ECT sensor. I think there's one on it already. Back in there. I think that's it right there. I've already welded the EGR hole shut right there. There's a dipstick in the way. Right there. I don't have to worry about that getting in the way. So, that's cool. I've already ordered a new set of headers. Ceramic coated long tubes. They should be near identical to these ones. Went ahead and got a fuel hat from a TBI truck that includes the pump and the sending unit, and it has all the hoses I need. So we'll be able to provide fuel to the TBI unit. We're sticking with the old mechanical here. Points ignition with a flyweight rotor. I think there's flyweights down in there on the main advance as well. So total advance on that should be fun. Definitely needs a cap. In here it's not too bad, but one of the wires wasn't seated all the way, and now it's growing. And instead of cleaning that out, I'll just replace it. I'll do new plugs, new wires, oil change. It'll get a fresh fuel filter with the fuel system. I'm going to look and see if these are adjustable or not, and adjust them if they are. If not, I'm just going to send it, because I don't think they are. I think those are standard GM rockers from the 70s. So, onward. Alright, so we'll pick up where we left off yesterday. As you saw on part 1, focus, there we go. It's focusing on my finger. The headers on this truck were rotted out beyond repair. Got a couple of LSs torn apart here. Rust holes, collector flanges fell off. I mean, there's another leak starting there, or that's oil, I'm not sure which. Same story on this side. Rust hole there, big rust hole there, no more collector flange. And these ones are kind of thin anyway, and light. I wonder if those were 16 gauge. But anyway, the point is we got Summit Racing ceramic coated long tube headers now, sitting in here already, mounted up. They sit in the same spot that those ones did, which really is not that big of a deal anyway, because I'm going to redo the whole exhaust. The only thing I'm keeping is the mufflers, because they're not rotted out. Thought I heard a phone call. But as you can see, they poke out right where these rusted out ones did. Nice and below the frame. So I'm going to have to angle those up a little bit and then tuck them in. But they should sound quite a bit better than these rusty old things did. So let's walk over to the intake manifold and I'll show you what I'm doing there. So as I've said before, these TBI manifolds, this 2 center bolts are splayed at a different angle. You can see just in there that extra material on top that's in the way. I've already cut out of this one, and I did those 2 already. By the way, Ingersoll die grinder works really well for porting. I picked that up from one of the local hardware stores. So far I've been impressed. Anyway, annoying. Get these cut out. I added some weld material on the other side that I'll show you. I'll probably throw up a picture actually, for facing off these bolts, because obviously bolts have flat backs. But there we are with that. So, we're making progress, and it should be running soon. Alright, so this is probably going to be the last bit of part 2. As you can see, I got the razor scraper out, got the manifold all cleaned up, did some grinding around the modified holes, so the bolts should sit flat, and I'm ready to slap this intake on here and finish the wiring. So, I'll see you on the other side once this manifold's lined up. Okay, well, change of plans. As you can see, there's still some more clearancing I need to do. For whatever reason, the one that I had going in before, this guy here, will not go in. So, yeah, that one's... I don't know why this manifold does not want to bolt to these heads. A lot more to do on that side. Those 2 both go in just fine. I don't see any crap down there in the distributor hole, so that's good. That'll be it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Check me out on Instagram under Turbo Ranger 28, just like the channel. I post updates for this there frequently, so keep an eye out. Have a nice night.